Sometimes you purchase ingredients that you use once or twice and keep in the pantry, like custard powder. So in this recipe, I'm going to be showing you how to make a very easy and simple, moist and flavorful custard cake, which is going to turn out amazing and delicious. Preheat your oven at 180 degrees Celsius for 10 minutes. Then you're going to spray and line your baking tin with parchment paper, ready for the batter. So you're going to find all the ingredients listed in the description box down below in the right quantity. Into a mixing bowl, you're going to start off by whipping up your margarine. You can also use softened butter. So I'm going to transfer into my bowl. And using a hand mixer of a medium speed, I'm going to whip up the margarine for around a minute. After whipping up your margarine, it's going to be pale yellow in color and also it's going to be light. So next you're going to add in a cup of granulated sugar. Mix up for around 20 seconds. And once fully combined, you're going to be cracking in 4 eggs. So I'm going to crack 1 egg at a time as I whip up. Then you're going to whip up for around 1 to 2 minutes over high speed until the batter is very light and fluffy. In between, you're going to use a spatula and make sure all the ingredients are fully whipped up. That is scraping the bottom of the bowl. And once your butter is ready, you're going to be adding in some flavorings. So I have vanilla essence, which I'm going to be adding in a teaspoon. So I'm going to eyeball, add in a teaspoon, and it's going to make the custard cake very flavorful. Then next I'm going to add in a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, add in a teaspoon of baking powder, then next I'm going to be adding in 3/4 cup of custard powder, which is going to add in a very nice custard flavor to the cake. So I'm going to use a sieve and sieve in just to make sure the custard powder is not lumpy at all. You can find the custard powder at any well-stocked supermarket. Then I'm going to be adding in half of my flour. At this point, you don't need a mixer. All you need is your spatula because you don't want to overmix the batter. So I'm going to use my spatula and fold in. As you mix, you'll notice that the batter has a yellowish hue color, that is from the custard powder. So you're going to add in half of your milk, and I'm using 1 cup. Add in the rest of the flour. And milk. Mix until the butter is fully combined, and this is how your butter should be looking like. As you can see, it's not too thick and it's not too thin. That is the perfect butter for making your cake. Now I'm going to pick my baking tin, which I've already prepped up. Then I'm going to transfer in my butter. And it's smelling so awesome. I guess it's from the custard powder and vanilla essence. So next, transfer in your butter into your tin, making sure to scrape everything from the bowl. And once done, you're going to be baking your cake at 180 degrees Celsius for around 50 minutes. And to check if the cake is ready, you're going to insert a skewer. Once the skewer or toothpick comes out with no wet butter, the cake is ready to cool down. When the cake is ready, you're going to let the cake rest for around 10 minutes in the tin. Then you're going to invert and let the cake cool completely. Mine is already completely cooled, and this is how it's looking. We have a little bit of dome situation over here, but the cake is perfectly cooked. I love that the cake is perfectly baked, even with the dome. So now I'm ready to slice into the cake. So I'm going to pick a plate, transfer my cake. Then I'm going to use a serrated knife and slice into my cake. In 1, 2, 3, I'm going to lift up my cake, and yep, definitely this is a must-try recipe because, as you can see, we have a very nice crumb texture. I absolutely love the yellowish hue color on the cake, and the outside is perfectly baked and everything is just perfect. And also I love that the cake has a very nice yellowish hue color from the custard. This is a recipe worth trying because the custard cake has turned out very soft and fluffy. So you can toast the cake maybe for a birthday or a wedding, and everyone is going to enjoy a very delicious cake. Give this recipe a try.